Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of Shy Boys Podcast. On today's episode, we already know what's going down tonight. We got the Chicago Bulls versus the Trailblazers. But I don't want to talk about that. I do want to talk about one particular player on the Trailblazers. That's Damian Lillard. Could Damian Lillard be an option for the Chicago Bulls this offseason? Y'all already know. I got to go ahead and entertain it a little bit. But you got to hear that music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm holding it down on another episode of Shy Boys Podcast with me and my co-host C-Dub. If you like what you're listening to today, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, look, I know I'm going in starting speculation, but it's clear cut, y'all. We cannot say that this season has been successful. You know what I'm saying? It's been up and down, with a lot of fun moments as the last few weeks have been going on. But the goal going into the season was to win a playoff game. And that vision and that goal is looking really, really tainted. But I like to go ahead and just look into the future a little bit, just to see what the hell the Chicago Bulls can go ahead and do to improve this team. Because you're going to have to make some drastic changes if you want to compete with the top four teams. It's a top 4 or 5 teams in this league. In the East. I'm still going to put Miami up there. Still going to say Milwaukee, Boston, the Cavs. Still going to say the Sixers. 5 teams. You still got the Knicks to worry about now. And the team that's currently constructed right now, we got to keep it a buck. It's not the best, bro. It's not the best to go ahead and compete. We have a talented team, but just somewhere along this season, it just all, I don't know. The Bulls lack identity all season long, and then they finally started to show some identity. But at the end of the day, after looking at games like the 76ers, it just knock you right back down to earth and let you know we got to remain even keel, y'all. But I want to entertain this Damian Lillard thing just a little bit, because Damian Lillard is one of my favorite players outside of the Chicago Bulls players. So we already know Damian Lillard came out in a recent interview. I believe he was on JJ Redick's podcast. No, he was actually at a press conference, and they asked him about a rebuild, and he wasn't really interested. Going on to say, that's not what I'm interested in. That's what the frustrating part of it is. Talking about what's going to happen next season and us building. That's not what I'm here to do, especially at this stage of my career. Yeah, Damian Lillard, I believe he's 31, 32 years old. Bro, it's only so many years he got left. So that's why I'm kind of entertaining it a little bit. But before I go ahead and dive deeper into it, I want to talk about his comments regarding Zach LaVine, who could be a potential good piece to pair Damian Lillard with. It might be a little bit intriguing. You know what I'm saying? He talked about Zach LaVine when they was on the Olympic team together. He said that I think there was so much talent on the team, we weren't going to have to do what we do for our teams on that Olympic team. And Zach was just like, hey, whatever I got to do, that's what I'll do. If I got to pick up full court, be a playmaker or a spot-up shooter, I'm good. He literally said that. Those are the words of Damian Lillard regarding Zach LaVine. So I think that was something you can't bat an eye at when it comes to another star player with a lot of talent comparable to Damian Lillard's. You know what I'm saying? And that might be like, hey, Dame might be like, hey, I can come in, I could be the guy. This guy gonna sacrifice for me and things like that. Now, y'all might come to me and say, hey, Bobby, how the hell we gonna make this happen? And that's a tricky thing, because it's a lot of things we have to consider within this. We got to consider Nikola Vucevic contract. Do the Chicago Bulls go to the NBA and say, hey, let's do this in the career exception for Lonzo Ball, you know what I'm saying, and get some more money on the books and things like that? Do we re-sign Ayo Dosunmu? Do we re-sign Kobe White? What do we do with these particular players? But I do know one, that's a touchy thing. And then again, I'm just a YouTube GM, so it's just tough for me. But I'm tired of watching the same thing, and I'm going to just keep it a buck. Moves need to be made. Y'all, so they sold us on this continuity stuff, and it's just not good enough. So we dive a little bit deeper into the topic. First thing first, it's going to have to start off with some picks and the young talent that Portland will probably be like, all right, man, You know what I'm saying? To even accept the deal, because I believe the man is still on a contract for years to come. So anywhere he goes, he's going to have to be traded there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not and I'm not one to believe I'm not one to believe that Damian Lillard is going to come out and not come out and cause problems within the organizations like some stars of past, Ben Simmons, James Harden, Anthony Davis, something like that. I think he's going to do it in the best way possible. You know what I'm saying? Be as professional as he can and things like that. But the Bulls, they own their first round picks in 2024, 2026 and beyond. They got a first round pick they got to give up to Orlando, first round pick they got to give up to the Spurs, things like that. So in the second round picks they got to give up to the Lakers and all those other teams. But the Bulls will get a second round pick from the Nuggets in 2023 if it falls 47 or later in the draft, which is pretty not really a good second round pick, but it is what it is. But now when we talk about, so we got some capital there to work with. It's not the best draft situation, but it's some capital to work there a little bit. Bro. So now when we talk about the players, we talk about, hey, I love Lonzo. Love everything he's about. But to keep it a buck, I'm not waiting on him no more. Me personally, as a YouTube GM of the Chicago Bulls, we supported him for 2 calendar years. Now the most important thing, bro, is go ahead and make sure your life is right. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to make a comeback, cool. We will accept you. But as of right now, I just couldn't do it no more. I had to wipe my hands with that situation. And it'd be hard. You know what I'm saying? To make a decision like that, but that's the cost of business. You have to come in here. You got to make hard decisions. You got to do things like that. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But hey, love Lonzo, but got to get up out of there. So that'll add some additional money to the thing. Love Nikola Vucevic. Can we still make things happen with him? Yes, you can still go ahead and see him, but you need that money on the books to see if you can even have the space for Damian Lillard available, or you could do a sign and trade or something like that. It's real tricky over here. And I ain't the best the Chicago Bulls YouTube GM, but that's just my thoughts on that. Now, Ayo Dosunmu, in my opinion, this season has regressed. And it has been shown in my mind that he's more of a combo guard than a legit point guard that can run the show, that can get people in positions to where they need to be, who can control pace, things like that. I don't think that's Ayo Dosunmu as of right now. Can he get there? Absolutely. But in year 2, or what they call a sophomore slump, is very, very present in Ayo Dosunmu's career right now. Kobe White, love him, has improved tremendously. But would you hold on to him if you got a chance of going after Damian Lillard? No, sir. That's not me. We pulling the trigger to improve this team to compete with other guards in that top-heavy Eastern Conference. You need somebody that can put the ball in the basket to go in, you know what I'm saying, against a Donovan Mitchell and other guards like that. As I'm getting a bit off topic, but it is what it is. But going on to another young player for the Chicago Bulls, P. Will. He showed flashes. I love P. Will. But sometimes P. Will don't be willing. He be P. won't. And that's just what it is. Shout out to the Cognac gang for that one. You know what I'm saying? So players like Javonte Green, what do you do with that? Marko Simonovic, the Bulls told us all about him. We still ain't seen him on the NBA floor in NBA action. We seen him in Paris for like 2 minutes. That's it. That's it, bro. We don't know what these guys is. We don't know what Dalen. We've seen glimpses and, flashes of Dalen Terry, but we don't know. But the point is that the Bulls got all these intriguing young players. They got Ayo, Kobe, P. Will, Marko Simonovic, Dalen Terry. You can definitely inquire and see, hey, Portland, y'all interested in any of these young guys for Damian Lillard? But I know it starts with Damian Lillard. But also at some point, the Portland Trailblazers is going to have to put their foot down and say, hey, enough is enough, and it's time to move on, man. At some particular point, they're going to have to come in and say that enough is enough. It's best that both sides move on. You know what I'm saying? Because Damian Lillard shouldn't want to be in a position to where, yes, I respect that you have this loyalty aspect, but, bro, you got to be playing meaningful basketball in April, May, and June. You got to, bro. You have to. The man is clutch. he can shoot from anywhere. He can shoot from the park. He can shoot from the bus stop before right there on Madison Street, bro. Right there on Madison, he can shoot from the bus stop and knock it down. Come on, bro. You got a lot that he can add to the team. And I think a pairing of Damian Lillard and LaVine looks pretty damn good in the Eastern Conference. Obviously, there will have to be other moves and things made to fill out that roster spot. But at the end of the day, it'll still be damn good to see. So that's why I'm sitting here starting the early politics for Damian Lillard to come to Chicago, because this team needs a makeover. I'm not a total rebuild. Bro, we do not need to go through the struggles of a rebuild, because we got all these young talent anyway. And I think you're just going to be wasting years of Zach LaVine to where he gets frustrated and then wants to get out of the door. So don't rebuild, you retool. And what do? You go get him a legit star that he can line up with, in my opinion, that fits his game better than that of a DeMar DeRozan. If you can somehow have keep Nikola Vucevic on a little hometown discount, a nice little big three with Damian Lillard, Zach LaVine, and Nikola Vucevic, it's much more intriguing than Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic. That's just me, though. That's just me. So y'all let me know how y'all feeling about all that, man, because these guys, it got to be some moves made. It got to be some changes to come, and these guys just got to go ahead and do better things than what the hell they've been doing. That's the facts. Those are the facts. We got to do better, man. And I'm on an early train of it is what it is. Even if the Bulls do go ahead and make the play-in, it's fine. If they make the playoffs, it's fine. But how many times we gonna keep running into the same first round brick wall? You know what I'm saying? Because even if the Bulls make the first round, you're most likely to see Milwaukee. Yeah. And we don't even want to get into that right now. We just gonna keep it. Should the Chicago Bulls look at Damian Lillard? Could Damian Lillard be an option for the Chicago Bulls? Let's be realistic. If you want to disagree with anything I said, leave it in the comment box. If you agree with anything I said, leave it in the comment box. I'm all ears. I'm gonna be talking with y'all all day today about it. Let me know how y'all feel about it. It's busting. But you already know. If you like what you heard today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to go ahead and send a voicemail, call in, or send me a text message to that number, 773-242-9219, and you will be on an episode this weekend. Starting tomorrow is lit. Go ahead again, 773-242-9219. Y'all already know this is another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. I'm Bobby. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Cognac.